Hopefully you really enjoyed episode 23 of BTN this week. We're now up to our quiz. So, question 1. What did underwater explorer Jacques Cousteau invent in the 1940s? Was it A, a chewing gum creator? Was it B, the world's fastest car? Was it C, an underwater breathing device? Or was it D, he invented the first submarine? Don't forget to pause the video, answer it. Okay, hopefully you picked C. He invented the first underwater breathing device along with another person, and he was related to the man who was speaking in that video. Question 2. We know more about our oceans than we do about deep space. True or false? The answer is false. We do not know more about our oceans. In fact, we apparently know more about Mars's topography. Topography is like when you can measure the highest mountain and the lowest valley, and you know where the bumps are. So we know more about Mars's topography than we do about our own ocean, let alone other planets. So that's very interesting right there. Question 3. Who will live on the Proteus? So the Proteus was that underwater building that's going to be helpful. Was it A, anyone that wants a holiday? B, scientists and researchers? Or C, my Uncle Dave? Of course, you picked B, scientists and researchers. So they are hoping that people will be able to stay there for months on end, being able to conduct research in the laboratories that'll be under the water. So that'll be very helpful. Question 4. How many underwater habitats have been invented around the world? Is it A, 18, B, 14, C, 10, or D, none? And Proteus will be the first underwater habitat. The answer is A. There's been 18 other projects. One of those projects is what we're going to be talking about for question 5. So, one underwater habitat is called the Aquarius. So question 5 is, how is the Proteus different to the Aquarius? Write that in your own words, some differences. Some of the differences between the Proteus and the Aquarius is the Aquarius is about the size of a bus, so quite small, and they were hoping to make the Proteus 10 times as big as that. As well as the Aquarius, you can't really stay there for very long, whereas the Proteus, they're hoping for you to be able to spend a few months down there with the amount of oxygen and supplies they'll have. That's the end of this video. The next activity will be to sketch in the drawing section your own version of what you can imagine an underwater habitat would look like. So try not make it look exactly like Proteus. Try and design your own one and label it if you can.